Hey guys, today I'm going to give you a little education and history on barefoot water skiing. Barefoot water skiing is water skiing behind a motorboat without the use of water skis, also known as barefooting. Barefooting requires the skier to travel at higher speeds than normal water skiing, up to 30 to 45 miles an hour. In 1974, Dick Pope Jr. was the first man to successfully succeed at barefoot water skiing. And this was also the first time pictures were recorded of somebody barefooting. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Be sure to put your feet down in the right place, then stand firm." So what do you know, good old Abe Lincoln would have been a good barefooter. First, I'm going to start off going over a little bit of the equipment, and then I'll get into the steps to progressing in barefoot water skiing. So first off, you have your boat, and then you have what they call a boom, which is a training tool that helps you begin barefoot water skiing. And the boom secures to the pylon in the center of the boat where it goes out to the side, and it has two cables that run to the nose to secure it. So I'm probably about to tell you something your parents told you not to do. It probably wasn't a good idea. Is hopping out the side of the boat while it's moving. So to start barefoot water skiing, this is pretty much what you do. As somebody's driving, the way I learned is my dad put a life jacket on me, and he would hold me by the back of that life jacket, and he would set me out the side of the boat to where I'm holding onto this boom. And he would tell me you want to have your butt low in a seated position, you want your feet up so your toes don't catch the water so you don't fall. And what you would do is, to learn to barefoot water ski, you have to ease both feet in the water at the same time, because if you push one foot, it's going to come back, and you don't want to jam them in because they'll go under the water and they'll kick back behind you. So it's both feet, same amount of pressure at the same time. And then, if you accomplish this, you are then barefoot water skiing. And after you get comfortable enough to where you get your feet and you're steady and you can sit there, the person who's holding you or whatever could let go, and then that way you're doing it on your own. And eventually you get to where you can slide out to the end of the boom, which is smaller, easier to handle, and has grip on it, and then this is kind of how you progress and get better. And pretty much after you slide out and get out on the boom, this is pretty much when you go to the next step of barefooting. The second part that most people learn is what's called a short line, which is about a 3-foot rope handle. And for this step, you need the boom hooked up the same, and you hook this rope handle on the end of the boom out the side of the boat. And you also need a barefoot suit, and possibly a pair of barefoot shorts. This helps for like flotation and just makes it easier. But back in the day when my dad learned, he was doing it in cut-off blue jeans. So the next step is what you call deeping up. And so you get in the water with your barefoot suit on, and you put your feet, you cross them over the rope, and you're laying back, and you have the rope right here, both feet are crossed over the rope. And when the boat takes off, what you're going to do is you want to drive your hips forward as far as possible. That way you don't have any drag on your butt, and you get on the flat part of your back to where all the water is, and that way you can plane out and get on top of the water. And once you succeed in doing this, you can sit up on your butt, take your feet off the rope, and same concept, both feet, same time, same amount of pressure, ease them in the water, and you stand up. And you're barefoot water skiing on a short line. And you can go into, doing tricks and stuff, and I'll get into that a little bit later. And then after you get comfortable with that, the next step is to go into what is called a long line, which is the same concept as a short line, but it's a 100-foot long rope behind the boat. And obviously the further away from the boat you are, the easier it's going to be, just because it's smoother. And what you do is, same thing, feet up on the rope, boat takes off, arch your back, hips forward, sit up, and what you want to do is kind of lean to get outside the wake of the boat, since it's so rough in the middle of the wake, get on that smooth part of the wake. And same thing, take your feet off the rope, stand up, and you are long lining behind a boat, and you're barefoot water skiing. And you can go into doing tricks. What they call tumble turns is when you're skiing and you sit down on your butt, and then you spin around and stand back up. You can do 1 foot, and they have to where you can backwards barefoot, and what they call toe holds is where you have 1 foot, you lift the other foot up and put it in the rope handle. And it just goes into, more and more and more and there's all kind of things you can do, and it's really not very common that, I mean, there is people that do it, but not many people know about it or have seen it or know how to do it. And I'm by no means the best. I know very little about it compared to other people, but it's just something I wanted to share, and I hope y'all enjoy. And I plan on uploading a couple videos of me and maybe possibly my dad and some friends actually at the lake barefooting. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to comment or just message me or anything, and let me know what y'all think. Thanks.